Are you ready for another story? I sure am. I have one that is one of my favorites. Now, this copy is very old. I've had it for probably 20 years at least. I think I read it whenever Ethan was a baby, and now he has his own baby, right? So this one's called The Snowy Day, and do y'all remember what this gold sticker is? Not every book that has a sticker is this, but this one is a Caldecott Award winner. This was written in 1962 and it got the award in 1963. Today we're going to read The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. And I have to tell you, this book was considered one of the most important books of the 20th century. Now you may be wondering, what's so important about a children's book? Well, as we've pointed out on the cover of a lot of books, a lot of them are in the countryside. This one is actually in an urban environment, which means it's in a city. And so I love that. But what's really important about it is that they have multicultural ideas in the book. So not everybody's white. We have a lot of books that just have white people. And so Ezra Jack Keats has a lot of different people in his books from all different backgrounds and histories and cultures, and so he's one of the first ones to do that, and so that makes his work very important. And he also has another great website, and you can find all of his other books. The Snowy Day is the most popular book, but he has other books that I would love it if you would check out. So if you go to the library and you check out your own copy, or you read another book by Ezra Jack Keats, I want you to write it down below and let me know what you're reading. So let's find out what happens in The Snowy Day. The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. You can tell this is a really worn old copy. Pages are all worn out. That's the good books when they're all worn, right? One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. What do you see out the window? Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Has it snowed where you live yet? I haven't got any snow. I'm impatiently waiting for some snow. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Crunch, 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 crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing in like that. Have you ever made footsteps in the snow? Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. He found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. What do you think made that? What did he find? What do you think? It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. I guess that's what happens when you hit a tree with a stick. The snow will fall. Look, he's made more tracks. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. Looks like he got hit by a snowball anyway, huh? So he made a smiling snowman and he made angels. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow and slid all the way down. He picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. What do you think's going to happen next? He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. And he thought and thought and thought about them. He had a fun day. He did a lot of things, didn't he? Before he got into bed, he looked into his pocket. The pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there, and he felt very sad. What do you think happened to his snowball in his pocket? Do you see how it's wet? Do you think his snowball melted in the warm air of the house? While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone, and the snow was still everywhere. New snow was falling. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. Do you think they're going to have more adventures? The end. I absolutely love that book. Look at the cover. It shows his feet all across the front and the back. One more thing I didn't tell you is Ezra Jack Keats. He was one of the first ones to use collages in children's books. And so you can learn more about that if you want to research it. I don't want to make this video too long, but instead of just drawing or painting, he used collages, and I think that makes this book very interesting. I hope you loved this story. I sure loved it. It's one of my favorites, and I hope you get a snowy day, and if you do, you get to play outside and have lots of great adventures. Okay, I'll see you next time.